Hello, this is going to be a short and unmonetized video because I reckon it's not really moral to make money out of an apology to all you people who know the difference between silicone and silicon and to the French. And it's always difficult for an English woman to apologise to the French. So this is going to be very painful. In my video about Andrew Bridgen's speech to Parliament, I slipped in the idea that left and right politics happened because of the seating arrangements in the Houses of Parliament. That was wrong. And the funny thing is, I knew it was wrong. Well, sort of. You see, the story about the left and right seating arrangements was something I had learnt at school. Our teacher told us that, and it was embedded in my mind. You know, as a kid, I'd just taken the story and absorbed it, and that was it. So, yeah, that's where I got the original mistake from. And then I did read about the left and right actually emanating from France. And I'll read this from the History Channel. Today, the terms left wing and right wing are used as symbolic labels for liberals and conservatives, but they were originally coined in reference to the physical seating arrangements of politicians during the French Revolution. The split dates to the summer of 1789, when members of the French National Assembly met to begin drafting a constitution. The delegates were deeply divided over the issue of how much authority King Louis XV should have, and as the debate raged, the two main factions each staked out territory in the Assembly Hall. The anti-royalist revolutionaries seated themselves to the presiding officer's left, while the more conservative aristocratic supporters of the monarchy gathered to the right. Okay, so that's where left wing and right wing came from, and I didn't know that. I had read that later, but when I was under pressure doing the video and in a hurry, the old school story was the first thing that popped up into my mind, which just shows how these early kiddie stories can affect how you look at the world. All right, so my sincere apologies to the French, even though that rips my heart out. Yeah, I was wrong and you were right, and you came up with that idea. My little bit of British nationalism just made forced me into an embarrassing mistake there. Right, that's the first thing. The second thing is a lot of people corrected me on my pronunciation of silicon. I knew it was spelt without the E, but I pronounced it silicone anyway, just out of habit, and thoughtless habit at that. And that's really dumb. When I was at school, we always referred to the Renaissance. And then when I went to college, it was the Renaissance. And when I pronounced it Renaissance, oh, I was so unfashionable and ignorant. And so I forced myself to remember to say Renaissance instead of Renaissance. And it took quite a bit of active mental effort. And then now it's Renaissance again. So now I really am confused. But these things do tend to, it's when you get used to pronouncing a word in a certain way, it's very difficult to stop pronouncing it that way, as anyone will know who recognises occasionally that although I went to a fancy school as a teenager and universities in Britain and all over the world, well, in Britain and America, I am supposed to have become quite cosmopolitan, occasionally my Yorkshire accent slips through anyway, and you'll hear me flattening some of the vowels. You know, when I'm in a hurry, you might hear me saying understand instead of understand, that sort of thing. So it is very difficult to remember these minor pronunciations and to correct them. All right, well, there you have it. I apologise to all of you, especially for the French especially for the misinformation about the French Parliament and taking that on for the British Parliament. I mean, we did a lot, but we didn't do that left and right thing. Okay, yeah, well, sorry, I had to stop to cough. That's probably a cough out of embarrassment. I'm sorry about the French inaccuracy. I felt so bad about it. I did actually think of taking the whole video down and redoing it, but of course, it's earning too much money, so I'm really sorry, but I need the money for shoeing horses. Right, I don't have a researcher, I don't have anyone to edit my videos, I don't have anyone to check on stories for me, so I will make mistakes. So yeah, I rely on you to correct those mistakes and to keep an eye open for them. Okay, right, well, that's it. I'm Granniopteryx on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. I am also on Twitter, Gab and Parler, where I am at Granniopteryx. Please like this video, please share it, please subscribe. Check your subscriptions still active if you're on YouTube. We all know about the problems with YouTube. And you can help me financially. You know, all the links are in the description. Right, till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Granniopteryx design or Granbo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.granniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.